Good afternoon. I wish so much that we could be gathered together in person, perhaps with some good food and drink, but we didn't want the fact that we couldn't meet in person to preclude us from celebrating the successes of 2019. And it was an incredible year. During 2019, Housing Vermont, now Evernorth, and our partners closed on the construction of 5 new housing projects, creating 133 new homes for Vermonters and 3 Vermont Rural Ventures projects. Let's take a minute and look at these 8 great projects.
Garden Street Apartments in South Burlington, Vermont. Old North End Community Center in Burlington, Vermont. Hunt Farm in Bristol, Vermont. Olivia Place in Lyndonville, Vermont. Vergennes Community Housing in Vergennes, Vermont. Wilson Block in Springfield, Vermont. Monadnock Food Co-op in Keene, New Hampshire. The Putnam Block redevelopment in Bennington, Vermont.
And now, let's take a look at the numbers. Crazy amazing, isn't it? $21 million in equity for housing, $33 million in new market tax credit capital, leveraged another $68 million in investment in Vermont and New Hampshire. But beyond the dollars, our impact weaves together the economic and social fabric of our communities. One stellar example of this weaving together is the Old North End Community Center. Many of you know the Old North End. It is no doubt the most diverse neighborhood in our state. Now, the community center is bustling with activities like a daycare and the Very Merry Theater. Kudos to Champlain Housing Trust for this amazing endeavor. We weave together services for our residents. By locating our developments in the centers of our communities, we provide ease of access to schools and shopping and services. Garden Apartments is located in the new town center for South Burlington. Next time you're in town, take a drive down Market Street. As noted by the property management from Champlain Housing Trust, our residents often need just a little extra help. And ease of access to that support is a key ingredient to success. For example, one of our residents just loves to read. She can walk every day to Barnes & Noble, and soon she can walk to the beautiful new town library located just a block away from Garden Apartments. At the Wilson Block, from the beginning, the vision of our partner, Bill Morlock from the Springfield Housing Authority, was not just renovated apartments or revived commercial storefronts. It was to offer a space for transitional housing program for young adults. And now that bold vision will be a reality with 4 SRO-style units located for this at-risk population. In this time of COVID, how great is that? We weave together historic preservation and investment in our downtowns. Evernorth and our partners, as many of you know, take great pride in our efforts to restore historic buildings in downtowns. One such project is nearing the end of completion in Bennington. The Putnam Block is the most visible real estate in downtown Bennington. Yet most of the buildings have been vacant for decades. With enormous effort and support from local employers and the local developer, this $32 million new market tax credit transaction weaves together new housing, new retail, and new jobs for the downtown. Congratulations to Bennington. Increasingly, we weave together access to local and healthy food. During 2019, Evernorth staff worked with our local partners to install new community gardens at 7 different properties, including Vergennes Community Housing and Olivia Place in Lyndonville. Evernorth Rural Ventures provided almost $10 million in new market tax credit financing for the expansion of the Monadnock Food Co-op in Keene, New Hampshire. In every building we undertake, we weave together energy efficiency and a reduced carbon footprint. We have learned over the years the importance of investment in the building envelope, and it may not sound sexy, but also the investment in air sealing. Our staff talks a lot about air sealing. For example, at Hunt Farm, the investment in the building envelope resulted in a 72% reduction in air infiltration. 72%. At Olivia Place, we installed an advanced wood heating system, which is projected to save about around 45% a year in energy cost. That building replaced an old existing building on that site that was burning 3,600 gallons of fuel oil a year. At Virgin's Community Housing, we teamed up with Efficiency Vermont and Vermont Gas to focus on a beautiful high-performance building that will save $15,000 a year in energy costs. And lastly, we weave together ways to improve our residents' lives. At Hunt Farm, we brought new life to a rural property that was very, very tired. Now residents have new kitchens and a playground and a picnic table where they can gather safely outside. I love this story. Residents report that the new Hunt Farm has brought a sense of pride about living there that they didn't have before. We simply gave them a respectful place to live. At many of our properties, we are providing free Wi-Fi to residents, which is especially crucial in this time of online learning and remote doctor visits. Our resident at Virgin's Community Housing had this comment.
Having free Wi-Fi included in my rent means I won't have to pay an $80 bill each month. This is also going to really help with remote learning for my daughter. Having reliable high-speed internet is now a must.
Thanks again to all of our partners that weave together our success stories from 2019. The list is long, and we know that we could never do this without you. And next year, when yes, the year 2020 will be in our rearview mirror, we will be looking at our impact across all 3 states of northern New England. I so look forward to that. Thank you so much.